Donald Trump's poll numbers obviously continue to get worse every couple of days when a new poll comes out. In fact, he has not even had a poll regarding any kind of approval rating or his handling of any issue that has shown his numbers getting better for 2 months. He is going down, 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 and there apparently is no bottom. He'll continue going down until his approval rating on any particular issue hits 0, which honestly, we could see that. But here's the thing. It's not just that people say, I don't like what he's doing on this issue, on the economy, on immigration, on tariffs, on trade, on anything. What's really damaging for both Donald Trump and the Republican Party is that a majority of American voters in a recent poll said that the phrase dangerous dictator is an apt description of Donald Trump. They agree that that is what he wants to be. So, Guardian reporter David Smith wrote a column, and here is what he said after analyzing all of this data, again, not just the issues, but the attitudes towards the man himself. And here is what he came up with. After 100 days, a majority of Americans regard him as both a failure and a would-be dictator. From the courts to the streets, from law offices to college campuses, revolt is swelling. Republicans are eyeing next year's midterm elections with nervousness. And he's correct on all points there. Republicans are terrified about what's going to happen next year. Many of them have already predicted if things stay on the current path they are, and there's no sign they're not going to stay on this path, it's going to be a wipeout. Some of them have used the word bloodbath to describe what is going to happen to their party in next year's midterms. And that's coming even with Democrats still having a really bad underwater approval rating. Because the public's like, yeah, we don't like Democrats, but we really fucking hate these guys. So the Democrats have a leg up without even having to do anything yet. But then you had pollster John Zogby, who spoke to Smith about this piece, and Zogby added, quote, he actually, talking about Trump, squandered his 100 days. Perhaps you can argue by doing too much, not succeeding with much of it, and overplaying his hand. At the end of the 100 days, his polling numbers reflect an unsuccessful quarter. Every poll that I know of, including mine, has him upside down. And then Smith continues, the chaos has shaken the faith of Trump voters who felt that he would at least deliver economic competence and guarantee the bottom line. But food prices are rising and tariffs are expected to disrupt supply chains soon, leading to empty shelves reminiscent of the COVID-19 pandemic. More likely than not, we'll begin to see Republicans, whose names are on the ballot in 2026, slowly but clearly moving away from this agenda. It's very clear that many Trump voters already have buyer's remorse. But therein lies the problem, and this is where my disagreement with Smith comes in. Yes, 100%, a lot of Trump voters have buyer's remorse. But Republicans moving away from it? That doesn't seem as likely as people would think. We have seen a little bit of dissent among Republicans. A couple of them, including Mitch McConnell, voted against one or two of Trump's nominees. They tried last week to pass that bill in the Senate to prevent Donald Trump from being able to put tariffs in place, and it failed because the two people that would have voted in favor of it to pass it, White House was out traveling and McConnell was sick because he shouldn't be in office anyway, so didn't pass. But you still had an equal number of only Republicans vote for giving Trump the tariff power or leaving it with him than you had Democrats and 2 Republicans vote against it. So, right? We're not seeing the kind of Republican resistance that you would think from a party that's telling us we're going to face a bloodbath next year. At this point, only 100 and whatever days into this administration, I do think Republicans have already resigned themselves to this political, wipeout next year. I think they're already looking at it like, well, it is what it is. Because here's the thing, they know if they go against Donald Trump, maybe try to save themselves for next year's election, but then again, if they go against him, he's already pledged, and Elon Musk has pledged a lot of money to fund a primary challenger. So you may lose anyway. So there really is no political advantage for some of these Republicans to go against Donald Trump if the big concern is what happens in next year's midterms. So we'll have to wait and see. But if anybody in this country is waiting for Republicans to come along and save them, then you're going to be waiting for eternity, because it's never going to happen. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.